What's up, my brothers at the MOW? I want to talk to you today specifically about Kaizen. All right. Now, Kaizen is one of the most important elements that we have in the warrior matrix, without a doubt. Now, Kaizen, that word, that phrase, has been around for thousands of years. If you go back and study the samurai, if you go back and study even Zen Buddhism, it's one of those phrases that means a lot. And really, it's difficult to translate in English. It really is. But I'm going to do my best here to kind of break it down for you so you can truly get an idea of what it is, especially when we talk about our warrior matrix here and how we can implement it into our life. Now, let's think about this for a second. Our goal here is to get better every single day, right? To be the best version of ourselves today. All right, and constantly to improve. I mean, that mindset of constant improvement, no matter where you are in your life, whether you are in business, whether you are somehow finding a path in something new, whether you are, in a tight relationship or a struggling relationship, the idea is to be stronger every single day, and not just stronger in one facet. Even though we can break it down that way, the idea is to really try every single day to improve in all segments and all facets of your life, little by little. And remember this, it doesn't have to be huge steps. It doesn't have to be, so impactful that you're going to change the world over it. But more importantly, if you can just take little baby steps or getting better every day, you're going to win your victories. And that's what it's all about, being victorious, getting sharper in mind, body, and spirit. Now, let's dig here. Let's dig deep a little bit. When we talk about getting better, when we talk about improvement, we got to have another aspect tied into this, which is hugely important, right? It's hacking away the unessentials, getting rid of the negativity in your life, getting rid of things that are dragging you down and weighing you down. Remember, and I say this all the time, a warrior travels light through life. The less baggage you have in life, the best, if you have, think about it this way. If you have 50 or 100 pounds in that backpack, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to make quick pivots in your life, to make sharp turns, right? So many times what we see is that people carry so much weight in their life that they just can't progress and get better because they're constantly turning and they're kind of going with the ebbs and flows of life, and they're slow, right? That U-turn is so slow. They can't just back up a little bit or maybe, angle themselves to the left or angle themselves to the right because they're either tipping over. So they have all this baggage. That's what I want to prevent here. As warriors, we travel light. And if you can remember that phrase, you will understand it more and more every single day of your life. So to start with, get rid of the baggage. Unfortunately, that may mean people. That may mean friends that are dragging you down in a negative way, that are feeding poison into your life. Sometimes, that may mean family members. Look, I'm not saying to completely, break them down and call them names and whatever it is, don't be that person, okay? But you want to disassociate yourself with them, okay? Because they're going to drag you down, and that's going to be a problem. As warriors, we want to be able to keep marching forward, to keep forging forward. That's when we ignite the tenacity, right? When we ignite that perseverance in our life, when we're constantly focused on that mission at hand, man, that's truly when you grow. I'm telling you straight up, when a man grows the most, the strongest, okay, is when he breaks down and then he has a clear vision, and it happens right after that breakdown. That vision comes and it becomes clearer and becomes focused, and he continues, walking on that warrior's path day in and day out. And it is so important to have that clear mission, but more importantly, to understand that your environment around you is so important. So when things are weighing you down and slowing you down, you want to get rid of them. You want them out. All right. So that is an element in Kaizen that's hugely important. Okay. The other element is take small steps. Now, when I say take small steps, I'm not referring to, just do the minimal. No, constantly you want to be able to take baby steps. A lot of times when we are stepping in life, we take these big, huge steps, right? And there's gaps and you feel off balanced. We don't want that, all right? When we move tactically, we're constantly feeling the ground. In the martial arts, we're taught immediately, right? To feel the ground, right? When you're taking all these big steps, you're off balance. So as you move forward and you implement Kaizen into your life, remember this, all right? Little steps, little victories, okay, add up to large victories, to big victories in your life. And if you can just get that, kind of remember that every single day that you wake up, that today I'm going to have more victories than losses, I promise you, you'll get into the habit. You'll get into that habit of getting stronger every single day, without a doubt, and getting better. So for me, Kaizen is one of those phrases that means so much, and it's so powerful because it's at the essence truly of everything that we do as warrior-minded men. And you need to remember that. Now, how does Kaizen affect your family? Remember this. Kaizen may be about your growth, but you can actually share some of that growth. You can share it with your family. You can share it with others around you. And the beauty about Kaizen, and this is something that sometimes is not even very, talked about a lot, very much at all. But I like to talk about it. And it has to do with realistically sharing that growth with others. So serving, giving, and, sharing that growth with other people, because sometimes by you sharing that growth, you may be helping someone grow alongside you, or maybe just kind of, digging them up from a barrel that they've been, sunk in all their lives, little things like that. So Kaizen can be, of course, it's all about your growth, but then share that growth with others and be able to serve and give of yourself a little bit. And that will make such a difference and impact in your own growth that you're going to be like, wow, man, this is unbelievable. It's truly so powerful. All right. So I want you to keep Kaizen at the center of your life, at the center of this warrior matrix. Remember, as warrior-minded men, as made men in this society, we live by a code of conduct. And this code of conduct is created, all right, from, obviously, we talked about it, from the Spartans, from the samurais, and of course, from the Knights Templar. We've taken some of these virtues and tenets and brought them into this warrior matrix. And that warrior matrix truly is your code of conduct. If you're living a life outside of that, if you're doing things that do not fit well in this matrix, my brother, then you are operating outside the matrix. And in reality, you're living a life that is shallow. You're living a life of mediocrity. And more importantly, you're living a life that is not conducive of embodying a warrior spirit. Remember, everything that we do, it's about a warrior spirit. It's about building that spirit. And Kaizen is one of the priority elements. All right, outside of Makoto, it is probably the principal element that we live by.